Alrighty, this is 9.3 surface area of pyramids and cones day 2. So today we're going to talk about pyramids. Similar to a cone, a pyramid is a solid that has one base that's connected to a vertex or a point opposite from that. And in the case of a pyramid, the lateral or side faces are all triangles. So if you look at our pyramid to the right, we have a base that is a square. Our base can be different shapes, but in this case it is a square. And each of the sides are triangles. The height of a pyramid is the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base. So we can draw a line going from the point of the vertex to the center of our base. And again, the height is perpendicular to the base, so it forms a right angle. And we use the letter H to talk about height. The slant height of a pyramid is the height from the vertex to the edge of the base. So again, you can start at your vertex, at your point, but this time you're going to draw the slant height, not going to the center of the base, but going to the side. So it'll go right to the middle of one side, and it should form a right angle with that side, with that edge. Again, we use the letter L to represent slant height. Next, we have the formula for the surface area of a pyramid. Our formula is S is equal to capital B plus 1/2 P times L. We can use this formula, or we can just add up the area of the face, or of the base, and of all the faces. Again, capital B in our formula stands for the area of the base. P stands for the perimeter of the base, and L stands for the slant height. Alrighty, so example number 1. It asks us to find the surface area of the pyramid that it shows to the right. So since we're dealing with surface area of a pyramid, we are going to use the formula S equals capital B plus 1/2 times P times L. So we need to figure out what capital B, the area of our base, is. So first I want to look at what's the shape of my base of my pyramid. Well, the base here is a square. It's 7 by 7. So I'm going to draw this just off to the side. Okay, so to find the base of a square, I'm just doing length times width, or in this case 7 times 7. So the area of my base is 49 centimeters squared. Capital P is the perimeter of the base. Well, again, our base is a square, so we're adding up the 4 sides. So we're going to have 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, or just 4 times 7, which is 28 centimeters for our perimeter. And L, the slant height, is the distance from the vertex to the edge of the base. So our slant height is given to us here as 8 centimeters. So it looks like we have everything we need to plug into our formula. So let's go back over here, and we're going to have S equals, for capital B, I'm going to put in 49 plus 1/2. For P, I'm going to put in 28, and for L, 8. Right? So I want to multiply first and then add. When I multiply 1/2 times 28 times 8, I should get 112. So I'll have 49 plus 112. And when I add these together, I will get that S equals 161, and our units are centimeters squared. Let's look now at example number 2. Example number 2 asks us to find the slant height of the rainforest pyramid. It tells us the base is a square. So the slant height, again, is the distance from the point, the vertex, to the edge of the base, or to the middle of the side, you can think of. So this is our slant height distance here This is what we're trying to find, L, our slant height. But you can see that the slant height forms a triangle with the height of our pyramid and with the distance from the center of the pyramid to the edge of the base. So since we have a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. L, our slant height, is the hypotenuse of this triangle, so that's going to be used for C. We have that the height is 100 feet, so we're going to plug that in for A and have 100 squared. We also need to figure out what is this distance here, the second side of our triangle. Well, if I know that the distance of one side of the base is 200 feet, then the distance from the center of the base to the side is going to be half of that. So that distance is going to be 100. So for B, I will also use 100. Alright, so I need to calculate this out to find L. So 100 squared gives me 10,000. So I will have 10,000 plus 10,000 equals L squared, which will give me that L squared is equal to 20,000. To undo a square, we have to use a square root. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And if I round my answer to the nearest whole number, like it asked me to do, I will get that L is equal to 141. What are my units in this case? Well, L represents the slant height. It represents a distance, not an area, so my units are just going to be in feet. Alrighty, you are responsible for checkpoints number 1 and 2. We will do the rest in class.